Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing an unboxing and first impressions video. Exciting. That is right, friends. Today, I have a very exciting unboxing and first impressions video for us to do. I have literally just opened this package. This is something I've been expecting for about a week, and I am pleased to say it has finally arrived. And the fragrance, I believe we will be unboxing and first impressioning, is Patchouli Noisette by Les Indemodables. So let's have a look, shall we? Here it is. It's a bag wrapped in some tissue paper and a note. Dear Richard, we are delighted to share our new launch of Patchouli Noisette with you. And we wish you a wonderful discovery. Valerie and Remy Pulverel. Thank you, Valerie and Remy Pulverel. You are very kind. I contacted them last week, and in my excitement, I said, can I buy a sample? And Valerie said, it's cool. We'll send you a discovery atomizer. They sent out these discovery atomizers for Ambre Supreme, which I keep going to call Ambre Sultan. Now, I believe that samples should be sent to all, and I think free samples should be the law for everyone. So if you want to try that, you can try that as well. I have bought 6 of their fragrances directly from them. They didn't have a stockist in the UK for a while. Now they do. They have St. Celia, who is owned by the lovely Brooke, who answers my text messages and my inane fucking questions late at night. God bless her. Thank you for that, Brooke. I appreciate it. And she will be stocking this anon. I cannot remember if it's out now, if it's launched, if it's not launched, if it's got a release date, if there's some kind of but anything, I don't know. Anyway, I'm excited. I want to get to try this. So, let us have a little look, shall we? Here is this tissue paper, which I don't like to destroy. Look, has a badge. That's nice, little sticker. It's black tissue paper. And here we have inside, ooh, there's stuff. There's more than one stuff in here. To be tested without moderation. It's got its own bag, Jesus. Well, they're doing very well if they've got individual bags, and it's a very nice bag. Each fragrance has its own individual bag. It's like Gucci or something like that, isn't it? That's very nice. Anyway, so there is a book. Les Indemodables, Maison de Parfums et de Suppléments d'Âme. Ooh, hi. There's the lady herself. This is in French on one side and French on the other. That's not good. Not for me anyway, because I speak English. Aha! Here we are. Maybe in the middle they do things differently. Yes, that's right. The second half of the booklet. It's doing the whole brand aesthetic. This is one of the best brands, niche or otherwise, in the world at the minute, and they are on the crest of a wave. Everything they do is really well done. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. The perfumes, whether they were made by Antoine Lee, who is now the perfumer and, do I want to say creative director? I'm not sure that I do. But they do have some perfumes that were female by a lady, I believe, and I may... Well, I'm showing my ignorance of... I'm showing my ignorance of French names here by not knowing who the perfumer is. But let's have a look, shall we? We'll see if we can find them. Rose de Jamal. I swear Rose de Jamal is still one of the nicest perfumes I've ever smelled. Just generally, it's one of the nicest smelling perfumes I've got. It's fantastic. The lady was called Florence Fouillet-Dubois. Sorry, Florence, for doing that to your name. It's a lovely name. Too lovely for my horrible mouth. Anyway. Let's have a look what we've got in here. Here is a card with some... That's just a card. Nice little card as well. Nice paper. Let's see what we've got. Oh, there's 3 or 4 things in here. Ooh, Noisette Piment Italy. Patchouli Aceh, Indonesia. Oh, so it's got the... oh, now I'm hungry. So it's got the ingredients here. They did this with Ambre Supreme as well. And Patchouli Aceh, Indonesia. So we have got the... I'm going to smell the perfume first. Okay. I've done a lot of fannying about here, so let's not take the piss any further. This is... I like this. This is like a sweetie. And inside is the perfume. This is the same sort of setup as there was for Ambre Supreme. I actually, when I bought my bottle, I ended up giving away my sample. Not after wearing most of it, though, I can tell you that much right now. I wore a good deal of that stuff. A theme tune. How nice. Anyhow, let's get started, shall we? Patchouli Noisette. On the back of the hand, there's nothing there. I'm just going to give that a couple of seconds for the alcohol to burn off. Let's see if any of this has any relation to the actual fragrance. It does not. Okay. It's got this familiarity to it in the patchouli, because we've all smelled patchouli before, you know? I mean, if you're watching this video, there is a high incidence of my viewership having smelled patchouli before, right? Excuse me whilst I hydrate. So, there's this kind of patchouli. It's very deep, but it's a little bit dry. There's a little greenness to it as well. This is very stripped back. There's not a lot going on here, but what is going on is the materials, and not like in an indie way, you know? Like, you can tell the perfumer for this understands the materials. Excuse me. Earthy. I'm getting some earthy quality from it now. I'm not getting a lot of hazelnut. I thought this was going to be a lot more gourmand. I thought there was going to be a lot more complicated, because a lot of the other Les Indemodables are more complicated. Patchouli's really... It's not Noisette Patchouli, it's Patchouli Noisette. Does that make sense? Earthy, ever so slightly rubbery. Slightly medicinal. Smooth. It smells like, for some reason, right? Even though it's like a patchouli and patchouli's everywhere, you can tell it's like the best of, you know? I'm now going to, I am now going to, it's something I'm giving a science presentation. I am going to dip a couple of these strips in the materials, and we will see if this makes it easier for me to pick out some noisette or hazelnut. I'm actually getting some of that creaminess of the hazelnut. You know, nuts have got some of that kind of like slightly fatty, creamy, smooth kind of vibe. I'm getting some of that. So let's try the hazelnut, shall we? We shall dip. I wonder if they'll do a Grand Cru for these, because I've got the Grand Cru set and it's missing a couple of slots. You know, I've just done something extremely stupid and dropped it onto some wood. Well, a drip. So that will have to be taken care of, because I have seen through my friend Peter of Fragrance View fame what materials raw can do to wood. Strangely, they don't do it to skin, but if you leave them to sit on wood, they will tear through the wood. Very interesting. So this is the Noisette Piedmont, Italy. So hazelnut from Patchouli, hazelnut from Italy. I don't know what Piedmont means. That's lovely. That is really, really lovely, but it's very, very, very soft. That's just me giving the wood a little bit of a rub. Not a euphemism. Oh, that's lovely. Brown, creamy, almost like chocolate milk. I might be getting that association because of Nutella. Creamy, rich, thick. It's coming out more. I'm beginning to recognise it more. It's rounding out the patchouli. The patchouli's quite dry and front and centre. This is very different from everything else they've got. I could wear this just by itself. This this material, I could just wear this straight up by itself. Oh, this is autumn. Very much autumn. Oof. Oof. That is nice. That material is lovely. And now I'm smelling the patchouli in... Now I'm smelling it in the perfume as well, so I can, like, extract it from the perfume. That is lovely. Okay, now we'll try the patchouli. Ooh, I just got a big whiff. For some reason, the patchouli oil is a lot clearer than I thought it was going to be. For some reason, I thought that patchouli oil would be darker and thicker and richer, and just goes to show you, like, unless you know, you don't know. Okay, let's smell the patchouli. It's bright and fresh. And green, and it's got life, and almost got this kind of like oil kind of vibe, but not oil, but like pine oil kind of quality, like not detergent, but like cleaner terps, like turpentine kind of vibe. It's green and fresh. That's gorgeous as well. These are two very different materials. Like, my previous assumption with the old patchouli was that you would use patchouli as like a dark green sort of thing, but this stuff neat is fresh. You could use this as like a top note. It's just totally different to what I was expecting to get from the patchouli. Oof, they're lovely. Smelling the two together in the perfume's dried down lovely. I'm going to be getting a bottle of this. I'll think about it later. So I'll be buying a bottle from Saint-Celier, Brook. This doesn't necessarily have to be worn in the autumn. But it is dark. It's not necessarily thick, but it is dark. I wish the hazelnut, the noisette, was more prominent in the perfume at this point. I've only had it on for 10 minutes. Oh, it's very lovely. It's very lovely. And they are my first impressions, friends. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I will see you again soon.